Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching another Kentucky Ballistics video. This one was requested by the Twitch chat and by YouTube, and it is the JDJ FAT MAC. I'm excited to see it shoot. And yes, Twitch chat, get it out. Without further ado, let's get into it.
This is the 950 JDJ FAT MAC, the largest sporting rifle in the entire world. This gun weighs 50 pounds and is going to be producing upwards of 300 pounds of felt recoil. 3 of these bullets equal over a pound. Here it is compared to a can of Vienna sausages, and this is it compared to a stick of deodorant. This thing is 0.950 inches in diameter, weighs 2,500 grains, is going to be moving at 2,400 feet per second, and is producing 25,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy.
I'm the only one that read that as frames per second. 2,400 frames per second. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
He's gonna lose a shoulder.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
It's a 40K bolter round.
My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And you may not know this, but we are now at my 3-year anniversary of my 50 cal accident. If you have not seen the original video, on April 9th, 2021, my 50 cal exploded in my face. Long story short, I got a hold of some ammunition that I was unaware was extremely overpressured. So much so that it was 3 times the normal pressure of a 50 BMG. The gun had a catastrophic failure and detonated in my face. When that happened, it broke several bones in my face, including my orbital bone, my nose, and a few others. It snapped this finger in half. I went blind in my right eye, and the worst of the injuries were a lacerated jugular, a punctured right lung, and I lost a lot of bodily fluid. The doctor said the only reason I even made it to the hospital was from shoving my own thumb into my throat. And
put
if
a thumb
you're new
in
to
it.
The channel, that is why I wear the shirts that say just put a thumb in it. Now at the 3-year mark, I can tell you that I am in excellent health and I'm stronger than I've ever been in my entire life. And that may not sound like much to you, but they had to bone saw my entire rib cage open and my collarbone to get out all the shrapnel, including a 1-inch piece of steel from my right lung. I never thought I would bench press again, much less be able to bench press over 400 pounds again. And the only lasting effects that I have now are my 15-inch scar, my pupil doesn't constrict all the way, and my gums are still numb on this side, and the mental scars. I try to keep this channel lighthearted. I am all about trying to educate you and make you laugh at the same time. But if I'm being completely honest with you, every time I come out here, I am thinking about April 9th, 2021.
Fair.
It is
fair.
Always at the back of my mind before I pull a trigger. If you've watched my videos at all since my accident, you have heard me say the phrase, ride the lightning. And that's because you cannot let that fear control you. You gotta face it, you gotta keep chasing your dreams, and you gotta ride the lightning.
That is what true bravery and courage is. Bravery or courage is not the lack of fear. Because he still has that fear. It's still in the back of his mind. But he still does it. Bravery is being like, yeah, no, I am scared. This is scary, and you know what? I'm right to be afraid. But I got to do this. I'm not going to let fear dictate my life, and he's not doing that. Be like him. Be like Mr. Kentucky Ballistics. You can be afraid. That is expected. That is human. We all need fear in our life. There's a reason we feel it. But you know, don't let that fear control you.
So to celebrate my 3-year anniversary, I have these limited edition Ride the Lightning t-shirts. On the front here, we have Ride the Lightning. On this sleeve, we have the logo. On this sleeve, we have the classic thumb logo. And on the back, we have 1,095 days since last accident. But we may have to reset that to 0 after today's video, because to truly celebrate my 3-year anniversary and to truly ride the lightning, today we have the 950 JDJ FAT MAC the largest sporting rifle in the entire world. This is the 950 JDJ FAT MAC. So what is a 950 JDJ? Well, a 950 JDJ FAT MAC is a very large, powerful rifle. The most powerful and largest sporting rifle ever created in the entire world. They only made 3 of these rifles. So this is one of only 3. They are extremely rare. This fires a .950.
Wait. Why did they only make 3? Welcome, Zero. Why would you make a gun and only make 3? And what is the intended target for this? Is it to like shoot a whale? Because that's the only thing I can imagine. Because like you want to go big game hunting. Aren't you gonna like just hopefully you don't hit it in the head, because then there goes your trophy. That scope looks comically small. It kind of does. It looks a little small. Hey, it's not about the size. It's about how you use it. But yeah, I'm curious of what the intended target for this type of like weaponry was for, especially since they only made 3 of them.
Caliber projectile, and it's built off of the 20mm Vulcan case. When it comes to firearms over 50 caliber, typically they are considered a destructive device, unless they have historical use or they have a sporting exemption, such as 600 nitro, 700 nitro, 4-bore, and things like that. Obviously, the 950 JDJ FAT MAC was created to hunt dangerous game and has a sporting exemption, so it is not considered a destructive device. The 950 JDJ FAT MAC is actually the most versatile and useful sporting rifle ever created. You can hunt dangerous game on Earth, anywhere in the universe, and even other dimensions.
That's fair.
So now let's give you some stats on the 950 JDJ. It is a single shot bolt action rifle. This thing has a 24.5-inch barrel, a 6.5-inch muzzle brake for an overall barrel length of 31 inches and an overall rifle length of 52.5 inches.
It's very beautiful.
This is a bench rest gun. It was not meant to be picked up and fired. It was meant to be fired off of a bench, and that's because it weighs 50 pounds. But it doesn't really matter if you shoot this off of a bench or if you can actually shoulder fire it. It's gonna kick the absolute snot out of you regardless, because the 950 JDJ FAT MAC is packing a whopping 300 pounds of felt recoil. I think it goes without saying, but she be kicking. So now let's talk about what the 950 JDJ fires.
I feel like I would lose my arm for that. I am a scrawny guy, IRL. Okay, I know the jokes are like, hey, VTubers, they're neck beaters that are like fat behind the screen. I'm not. I'm very scrawny. Like I can feel my bone on my shoulder right now and everything. It's like I'm not very meaty, let's say. I feel like that would just dislocate my shoulder if I shot that. I don't feel like I have enough cushioning for the pushing, if you know what I mean. So no, I would not be firing. You gotta be. I feel like you have to be as stacked as Kentucky Ballistics is to just potentially do this.
First, I have some projectiles on the table that you may be familiar with. Starting over here, we have a 223, a 308, 500 nitro, 12 gauge, 10 gauge, 700 nitro, that is a 1,000 grain bullet, 50 BMG, which is 650 grains, and the almighty 4-bore that is 1 inch in diameter and 2,150 grains. And this is the 950 JDJ. This is .950 inches in diameter, weighs 2,500 grains, is going to be moving at 2,400 feet per second, and is going to be producing 25,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And here it is compared to everything else. You can see it is a little bit shorter than the 4-bore, but I'm telling you, it's going to be putting out a lot more power.
If it goes faster.
JDJ bullets weigh over a pound, and it would take 45 223 bullets to make one 950 bullet. And for those of you watching who are not familiar with firearms, here's the 950 JDJ compared to a can of Vienna sausages. And here it is compared to a stick of deodorant. Okay, it is the moment of truth. It is time to actually shoot the 950 JDJ. I have been training for this the last 10 years, been beating my shoulder up with the largest rifles that I can find, and now today we are gonna face the final boss. So first, we're just gonna shoot a paper target, and that's because I just wanna squeeze the trigger on this thing and feel what kind of recoil it's producing and try to figure out what is the best way to shoot this thing, and I will get an idea of where my point of aim is. And I would be lying to you if I said I was not nervous.
I mean,
let's load it.
It would be scary if he wasn't
There
nervous.
is no safety on this. So once it's loaded, it's ready to fire. So we slip that in right there.
Ooh, real nice. Always stretch. Stretching's important, kids.
Whoa, okay. We got to get hyped up. We got to get hyped up for this.
Get that adrenaline going.
Real big moment. No one has shot a 950 JDJ on the internet, and I don't know when. It's been a long time. We finally got one, and now I get to pull the trigger on it. When I started my channel, like 10 years ago, and my first video was me shooting a bowling ball with a 454 Casull. Never in a million years did I ever dream that it would be as big as it is now. I never thought I would ever see one of these in person, much less own one and finally get to shoot one. Today is a good day. Oh, all right.
All right, careful.
Here we go. Oh, man. Oh. I don't know what to do with this hand. Oh,
God.
my gosh. Oh, wow. That kicked the absolute snot out of me. I have never felt anything kick that hard. It's on a table. And it still kicked me back like 2 feet.
Oh.
Listen, I am the king of recoil on YouTube. And even I will admit that
Not that bad. Oh,
beat
okay.
kicking. I am so fired up right now. That was stinking awesome. Okay, so looks like whoever sighted that gun in years ago did a pretty good job. I was aiming right here, and we hit just to the right.
That's a dead piece of paper.
My berm is quite reinforced today, and that is because we are shooting brass solids. They do not deform, and they are meant to penetrate deep. So I figured that my berm probably wasn't up to that task. So I did this. We stacked it all up. And so now it had to go through 2 railroad ties. And then right here, we have a pretty thick piece of mild steel. It appears that the round went through these railroad ties. You can see it splintered out. And then there's a big dent in this steel. So it looks like it deflected off of that, maybe sideways. So after it hit the steel, it deflected this way and hit one of the posts. We had to do quite a bit of digging, but it went down here and I just let the bullet right there. But here it is. It looks pretty normal on this side, but if you flip it, it's kind of smushed. And I think that's from where it hit the mild steel and still had quite a bit of energy. That is a big, ridiculous bullet. Oh, hey, I didn't see you standing there. It's really hard to see you because my giant 950 JDJ FAT MAC was blocking my view. Hey, I have a question for you. How many people do you know that have a 950 JDJ? Oh, just me. Well, you better hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future 950 JDJ videos. And trust me, there's gonna be a lot more.
How much did this thing cost?
So,
there's only 3.
I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what I should shoot with the 950 JDJ.
Toilets.
So the other day I was having some real serious thought in my office, And then I looked down and I was like, oh, I should totally shoot toilets. So I have 5 toilets, and we're gonna see how many it takes to stop a 950 JDJ.
Toilets.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 poopers. How many do you think it's gonna take to stop the 950 JDJ?
I think it's gonna go through all of them. Oh, wait, listen. Oh. Nice.
All right. Shot number 2.
All right, chat, take your bets. What do you think it's going to be? I'm suspecting that it will be going through all 5 of them. I think there's going to be like a lot of shrapnel, a lot of shattering. Yeah, all of them. Yep, cost about 4,000. Really, that's it? Huh? I would have expected it to cost at least 10 grand. I was expecting at least in the 5 digits. I mean, wow, only 4,000? Huh. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll see how many it goes through.
I think it's gonna hurt just as much as shot number 1.
Oh, and see, and this is where the difference between, like, let's assume I had the balls to shoot this thing once, which I don't. I want to emphasize that. But if I did, I would not be able to go and do a second one. I would be like, nope, that was enough. One time, nope, not doing that again. I psyched myself up the first time, not knowing what it was going to be like, and now that I know what it's like, I am not doing it again. But there he goes. There goes Kentucky Ballistic. He knows how much that kicks. He's going in for round 2. Going in for round 2. Good on him. Brave man. Dedicated man. Better man than I.
Here we go. Wow. I'm pretty sure we destroyed all 5.
Oh, yeah.
And I may have bit my cheek.
That is the fucking worst feeling. I bit my cheek last week and I bit my tongue yesterday. I hate it. Every time I have to talk or eat a hamburger with some honey mustard on it, not honey mustard, regular mustard, yellow mustard, and ketchup on it with bacon and lettuce, oh, it burns. Currently, my tongue has been bitten, and it is awful. I feel really bad for him. That's beautiful.
So my guess was that we were going to go through about 3 toilets and then deflect, but we didn't. We plowed through every single toilet. I thought that 5 toilets would be enough, but obviously not. We went through all 5, and then we smacked our berm about right there, I think. There's a pretty good dent, and then it bounced off the berm and went that way. That is one of the downsides of shooting brass solids. They don't really deform. They just kind of bounce off things. And speaking of bouncing, that thing bounced off my shoulder very hard. That is kicking the absolute snot out of me. I am truly riding the lightning right now, but the ride is not over. We have one more shot to take. I'm gonna count it. All right, so up next, we're gonna see if we can catch one of these 950 JDJ bullets in water / Orbeez. I have 10 5-gallon water jugs. 5 have Orbeez, 5 have water. I'm gonna put them all up here on the table and we're gonna see what happens. Also, I'm not gonna stack these in front of the berm because if we make it through all 10 and it loses just enough energy, it's totally gonna bounce off that berm. So I'd rather it just go completely through the water jugs and then bury in the dirt.
Yeah, what do you think?
Let's do Orbeez and then water.
I think it's gonna go through 6. I don't think it's gonna go through all 10 of these. My money is on 6.
I think I was wrong on how many have Orbeez in them. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Orbeez. It's a lot of water. I don't think it's going to stay in a straight line. I don't think there's any way we are going to be able to continue straight through 10.
No, it's gonna deform and gonna go off somewhere.
Out. So I'm gonna go shoot it again. I actually changed my mind just slightly. I went ahead and put some cinder blocks up at the very back of those water jugs. That way, if we do make it through all 10, it will smash into those, and I don't think we have much risk of anything deflecting off the cinder blocks. They should just break up.
Okay, question. Couldn't he, since this is on a table and he's not holding it with the other arm, couldn't he use the other shoulder? Like, I've never shot something on a table before, so normally, like, shooting it the other way would be, you know, difficult or dangerous. Not difficult or dangerous, but it would be not dominant. You would lose some accuracy. But couldn't, since it's on a table, couldn't he do that? Or, I mean, probably not, or he'd be doing it. So I'm just wondering, like, why isn't that a thing? I've never shot a gun that required it on a table before. Well, now you've got the bolt in front of your face.
Place your bets in the comment section down below.
Oh, okay.
Third shot. Oh, here we go.
How many? How many? How many?
Wow, that does not get any better. No, that still really hurt.
You'd be fine. Nah, you'd be fine. You could totally do it the other way. How many? Oh, but if it fails, okay, that's fair. Was I right? Oh shit, I think I was off by 1.
All right. Well,
fuck, I was off by 1.
I really appreciate the 950 JDJ and all of its energy transfer, because it went ahead and destroyed my tables for me. I looked at the slow-mo, and it's really hard to see how many jugs we made it through, because it delivered so much energy that it filled up the whole frame, and you can't see what's going on. So we're just gonna have to figure this out.
I think I was off by 1.
On our own. We had 10, right? All right, we had 10. There's 1.
I can feel the pain of his shoulder.
That's a bottom, and that's a bottom. So there's 3. This is a bottom. There's 4. I'm going to be slipping and sliding out here for quite a while. Look at all these Orbeez. And they're just
biodegradable.
Oh, so slick. So right now we are at 4 jugs. 5. 6. This guy right here is okay.
Maybe I was right.
This one is okay.
Oh.
So it's this one. And this one.
I was right. I'm so good at this.
That's 10. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's the bottom. That's the top of me. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh. There's the bullet.
Oh, look at that.
It's right there. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's got like a line across it or something scraped it. But it's pretty much intact. I mean, that is still 2,500 grains of fury. Oh, this right here may answer my question. Right there.
Oh.
Let me get this cinder on top of here. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm going to do that again. Oh, that was really satisfying. I got to do that at least one more time. One more.
That one wasn't as good. You can do better. You can do better on that one.
Okay.
Oh, that one broke the fucking cinder
It was a lot
block.
of fun. Okay, anyways. Yeah, oh. Yeah, it looks like we may have slapped this table. And I don't know if we actually... No, there would have been a bar there, that bar.
It's like a crime scene.
I think we may have. You can actually see the bands of the round on this thing. So, yeah, that fits perfectly. See, these right here are your bands, and this is what catches the rifling in the barrel and creates spin. So, looks like we went through 6 jugs, went downward, smacked the table, and then went into the dirt, which I'm kind of surprised. I figured we would have deflected a lot sooner because this is a brass solid, it's pointed, it's not going to deform at all. So I'm actually pretty impressed with how many we went through, and I'm even more impressed with how much energy transfer we had. My shoulder is impressed also. Well, that is quite the mess, but I think we can do better. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the 950 JDJ, and let me know what you'd like to see me shoot with it next.
Bunch
if you
of zombies.
enjoyed today's video as much as I did, do me a big favor and give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more 950 JDJ content. Also, be sure and check me out on Kentucky Ballistics Breakdowns, Kentucky Customs, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up one of the limited edition Ride the Lightning shirts. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.
Oh.
It's hailing right now. Before we film with the 950 on my anniversary. Some would say that's a sign.
Very well done. Very well done. I want to see him shoot, like you said, some bear skulls. Like, line up a bunch of human zombies. I want to see what that does to a person. I want to see the damage that that could do to a man. I'm sick. I want it. I want to see it. Shoot some heretics. Okay, shoot some fictional heretics. Don't get any real people. I don't want to shoot anybody real. Shoot some people made of the mesh or whatever, you know, the gel and all the fake blood. I want to see that. I'm sick in the head and I need to see it. Do it. Let me make sure I like this. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, YouTube, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing, and maybe coming by the Discord or the live stream, and leave any other recommendations down in the comments below. But until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.